아가씨.
아저씨 이게 뭐야? Hello everybody, Agashi here. So today I'm going to be reviewing a Taiwanese drama with you guys. This drama has already ended and I did not do a beginning review with you guys, and so I'm just going to be doing the whole drama with you guys. So I'm just going to be going as quickly as I can throughout this drama for you guys because I don't want to say so much and drag along and ruin it for you guys if you guys have not seen it. This drama is called Before We Get Married, and it's actually a Taiwanese drama. And for some of you to understand or differentiate between Chinese and Taiwanese drama is, I think Chinese drama, for most of the time when you watch Chinese drama, they're filmed more in China. That's why they're labeled as Chinese drama. And for Taiwanese drama, they're more filmed in Taiwan. Well, for the whole point, the whole reason why I didn't do a beginning review on this and I'm just going to do an ending review or like the whole thing all together is because that's the thing about Taiwanese drama is they air like once a week only, like one episode a week. So this drama was actually a total of 13 episodes and it only came out like once a week, and it was just such a long wait. And so I was just kind of like, okay, whatever, you know, let's just finish this drama and then we'll go ahead and review it together. We'll jump into it and, you know, give out everything and like, you know, review all of it together. So that's the reason why I'm actually doing this review now that it's finally coming to an end, and I watched a total of 13 episodes of it together. And so for today's review, I'm going to be going over the characters with you guys. The synopsis kind of gives away the whole drama already altogether, so I'm just going to be recapping in bulks of the episodes together for you guys. So I will not be giving out so much and I will not blabber for so long in this review, so it won't be dragging for you guys, and I won't be able to, hopefully I won't be able to spoil so much. But if you guys have not seen it and want to go watch it, I highly recommend for you to go watch it because I actually end up liking this drama, so do go watch it. But if you guys are unsure about it, check out this review, and if you guys still want to go watch it, do go watch it because this is just me talking about it. There's some really good scenes in there that I cannot describe, so you guys can go and watch it. So let's go ahead and jump into the review. So for the cast, we have Jasper Liu as Chu Ke-huang, and then we have Puff Kwao or something like that as Zhu Weiwei, and then Stevenson as Li Haoyi, and then Nati Lei as Gao Xi Yuan, and then we have Phoebe Yuan as Han Kefei, Cheng Mu as Yang Bai Yang, I think, and then Liu Li as Lu Dai Wei, and then Chen Yun as Gu Xingtian. So no synopsis, and we're just gonna jump right into it. So starting from episode 1 through episode 4 right there. The story starts us off with Zhao Weiwei and Chu Ke-huang. Oh my gosh, I'm having a difficult time today saying names. Chu Ke-huang. They have their own respective relationship. Zhu Weiwei is in a serious relationship with her average boyfriend, who is Li Haoyi, and they both work at the same company, and it's due to the company forbid romance relationship, they keep it a secret. But by the way, we find out that Li Haoyi is really frugal and sticks to a very strict plan of their lives, and like he has like this plan for the future and everything. And so Zhu Weiwei goes along with his plan, and she's faithful to him and everything. And Li Haoyi wishes for them to retire at the age of 65, living in the best home and having kids and everything like that. On the other hand, we have Chu Ke-huang. He is very capable and talented, and he is a stock trader for a company who he is soon to become CEO for this company that he's working for. And he has been living with his lover Gao Xi Yuan for a total of 10 years, and she is this very, very beautiful woman, and everybody, like, you know, every guy would wish to have her, but she spends lavishly and she devoted her whole life to him. Well, from his side, the reason he's with Gao Xingyun is because of the promise he made to her mother before her mother passed away. So his promise was to take care of Gao Xingyun and her younger little sister Gao Xingqin. And over the past 10 years, he has started to feel like his girlfriend has become just familiar with him and family only. So this leads us to an unexpected meeting between Zhu Weiwei and Ken Wan. They end up meeting, and he ends up being drawn to her principle and strong personality. And unexpected events, and Zhu Weiwei's friend Han Kefei doesn't know about her relationship with Li Haoyi. Remember, she keeps it a secret. So she ends up bringing Weiwei to a matchmaking party, and she ends up meeting Ke Huang again, and they try to, hook them up together. So previously, when they first met, they bumped into each other as they were trading off taxi. She got off, he got on. She leaves her notebook in the taxi. He picks it up and he brings it back to her. And as a thank you, she offers to buy him coffee, which he takes it as, in American style, may I buy you a coffee, meaning let's start a relationship together. So constantly being seeing each other and everything. Zhou Weiwei calls him a pervert and tries to avoid him, but a lot of unexpected events happen and brings them to constantly meet each other. And we find out that Gao Xingyun is actually a college classmate with Zhou Weiwei. They went to college together, and this brings the two couples to cross path. And this is when Ke Huang learns more about Weiwei and Li Haoying and how their relationship and everything works. So Ke Huang sees that they are a middle-class couple who works hard at their job, save money. But the thing what Ke Huang sees is that Li Haoying is pretty much stopping Zhou Weiwei from reaching her own dreams, following her goals, and it's all focused towards Li Haoyi's plan, and so they're always going towards making money so that they can live luxury, Now we go on to seeing how Gao Xingyun is how she is. She wishes to be married to Ke Huang, but he doesn't want to propose. He doesn't propose at all, and so therefore she just suggests that let's move into a bigger house because we need to anyways. We're a couple, we've been living together for a long time. You're soon to be promoted to become CEO. Let's move to a bigger house so we can start our family in the future, so it won't be so difficult and all stuff like that. So Zhu Ke Huang, he agrees with it, and in the process of doing that, constantly controlling Ke Huang into everything. Gao Xingting, the younger sister, she returns from the States and realizes that her older sister is controlling Ke Huang, and he doesn't like it, and he starts to distance himself from her. And she tries to explain to her sister that her sister cannot control Ke Huang, and she kept taking the terms and she can't keep using the terms to him, pretty much not blackmailing or threatening, but just always using the term to him that you promised my mother to take care of me. And it's making him drawn farther apart from him because he feels like now he's just obligated to do this when he doesn't even want to do it. So with the whole process of putting their place for sale and buying a bigger place, Ke Huang ends up putting his place on sale, and Li Haoying and Zhu Weiwei starts to look for a place to buy. They stumble upon this place and was interested in an apartment, though it was a little bit over their budget. But Ke Huang decides that he will make a proposal to Zhu Weiwei that he will give her a discount, a huge discount, if she spends the night with him. So she agrees to it, and on the night that they were together, Ke Huang ends up calling off the deal because he saw how Zhu Weiwei is, and she was not in control of her life, but she was dedicating everything to Li Haoyi, and this just makes him just to make her boyfriend happy when she's actually not happy and she's going along with his plan and everything like that. And so he calls off the deal, and he will not sell the place anymore. But he ends up later on, he ends up running into Li Haoyi at the store where Li Haoyi is looking for a ring to excuse me. So where Li Haoyi is actually, we're looking for an engagement ring to buy so he can propose to Zhu Weiwei. So now it makes it where Kang-hwan, he's not happy about it, but he's not like, you know what, I'm gonna sell the apartment and I'm gonna offer this discount to them so they can get it, because there's memories within my apartment that involve Zhu Wei. So if she ends up living there, she will think of me, so he ends up doing that. And what is it, but that's what he was doing, but at the same time he wants to see if Zhu Wei can actually let him go. So he tells her, delete me from your memory, and let's go separate ways and let's never cross paths again. Well, when Zhu Wei and Li Haoyin moves into the house, and they end up having a housewarming party, and the only people they wanted to invite was Chu Kang-hwan and his girlfriend Gao Xingyun, and they actually were invited over. And as Gao Xingyun takes Li Haoyin to introduce to neighbors and everything like that, so that he knows the place, Chu Kang-hwan ends up kissing Zhu Wei and tells her that he can't take it anymore. He misses her, he thinks about her, and he offers her two options: leave with him and never look back again, let's run away together, or stay and act like nothing happened between the two of us. And she chose to stay. That exact same day on the housewarming party, Li Haoyin ends up proposing to Zhu Wei in front of Kang-hwan and Ji Yun, so that they could become witness of the proposal. And Zhu Wei accepted the proposal immediately, and she agreed to it, and she said, let's get married as quickly as we can. And Chu Kang-hwan, he's stunned, he's devastated, and he decides to break up with Gu Xiyun, and he's like, let's just break up, there's nothing going on between us, and there's never ever going to be anything happening. And she refused to let him go, and all the drama starts here. So from episode 5 to episode 9 right there, after the breakup, Chu Kang-hwan moves out and he lives on his own, and he distances himself from Gu Xiyun, and she still comes to visit him, and she refused to break up with him, and she states that they are just temporarily on a break, and they just need time and they just need space from each other. And so that's his part, their story. And after being for Zhu Wei and Li Haoyin, after being engaged in order to avoid being fired from the office romance from the workplace, Li Haoyin decides to quit his job and starts at a new company. And he becomes so busy with his new company that he doesn't have time for Zhu Wei anymore. And then this is where she starts getting involved with Kang-hwan, and as he separated from Gao Xiyun, he starts to be like, I can actually be with Zhu Wei, because I don't have a girlfriend anymore, I'm actually single right now. And being around Kang-hwan a lot, Zhu Wei refused to admit her feelings that she's actually drawn to him. And her friend Han Kefei, who is like the total different character from her, she doesn't believe in dating. She enjoys having sexual fun with different men and partying and everything like that, However, she is a very loyal friend to Zhu Wei, and she realized that Zhu Wei does have feelings for Kang-hwan, and she tells her, you have to make the decision of whether you're actually in love with Li Haoyi and you want to marry him, or that you're in love with Kang-hwan and you just refuse to admit your feelings to him. And so now with that on the side, Gao Xiyun, she starts to find out that Kang-hwan and Zhu Wei has some sort of feeling, and she begins to kick around and fuss and everything, and she starts to show the other side of her, seeing that and she started to show the other side of her, pretty much the evil side of her. And her younger sister, Gao Xingting, realized that she refused to let Kang-hwan go, that she decides to go to Kang-hwan and says that I'm gonna pretty much giving him tips so that the sister will stay away from them. And she's all cut off ties completely with my older sister and treat us like strangers, like you've never known us for these past 10 years and you never made any promise to my mom. Just treat us like that so that it would cut off from my sister and she can go and you can go living on your life, because she's like, I know you guys are not happy together, more so you are not happy with my sister. So Kang-hwan decides to take all his credit cards back from Gao Xiyun, and he cuts them in front of her, and he tells her he does not want to see her ever again and he can't be with her. And then she's kind of like questioning why, and he's like, it's because you broke my heart long ago. And we find out she was pregnant back then, but she decides to abort the baby without him knowing. He wanted a family, but she didn't want one. That's when he realized they aren't meant to be together because they don't share the same dreams, goals, and future together. So that's their side, and they're broken off. And now on the other hand, Lee Hao-ying, who is so devoted to his new job and making money, he starts to devote his time to work and his new boss, and not knowing that his boss is actually in love with him, or not in love, having an interest for him. And so as he starts to take longer hours at work, overtime, doing projects and everything like that, his relationship with Zhou Wei starts to fall apart. And she doesn't like that, and after confronting him about it, he agrees that let's get married within 2 months. And when because they're gonna get married in 2 months, Zhao Wei goes looking for a wedding planner and starts to planning. When Gao Xingyun hears about this, she needs to get Zhao Wei to get married as quickly as she can, so that she can have Ke-hwan to herself and she can pretty much get him back. So she becomes a wedding consultant or consultation, something like that, just to get Zhao Wei to rush into her wedding and get everything going on. And so she started doing that, but the problem starts to happen when Lee Hao-ying has a new project and he has to leave to Shanghai, and the wedding is postponed to 6 months. Now Zhou Wei is very upset, and she just kind of like, she can't deal with it, and so she's just like, okay, fine, go work on your project and stuff like that, because pretty much what she's all like, can't we get married and then you can go, but he's all like, no, let me go and then we'll come back and get married. So she's like, okay, you go. So while Lee Hao-ying is in Shanghai in his project, Ke-hwan and Zhao Wei gets assigned to work together on a project, and they end up working together. His company is pretty much like a funding company, and while her company is like project stuff like that, and so they end up having to work together to help create this new product and stuff like that. So they end up going on a work trip together, and their feelings for each other start to rekindle. But Zhou Wei, she controls herself and still bound. She still sticks to the fact that she's engaged with Lee Hao-ying, and she asks Ke-hwan to just be friends, and no matter what happens, they has to stick as friends. Now from episode 10 to episode 13 here, being apart from Lee Hao-ying for so long, Zhou Wei decides to, fly out to seek to him to see how he's doing. And in the process of doing that, she discovered that Lee Hao-ying is not devoted to their relationship, and he has he's not devoted. He took out loans from their mortgage so that he can invest in company stocks, and he starts spending money, and he doesn't tell her when, it's more of like, we're in a relationship together, we're supposed to have trust and be loyal to each other. He doesn't tell her any of that. He always goes out and hang out with his boss, and they create some sort of relationship. So she decides to call off the engagement and breaks up with him and everything, and she returns back to Taipei, and she starts her new life that she hasn't been able to do in the past like 3 to 4 years. So like before, she was dating Lee Hao-ying, and before they got engaged and everything, or even engaged now, she's only allowed to spend like $10 to $15 a day in terms of like their money conversion, and no more than that. So like she couldn't buy anything for herself, she couldn't devote time to herself. So with the breakup and everything, she decides to do all that. She dresses up, she spends money on herself, and she enjoys it, and she loves it. And knowing that her engagement is broken, Han Cafe helps her find her true feeling that she is in love with Ke-hwan, and she finds her happiness with him. But just when they start to kind of like be together to go somewhere with the relationship, Gu Xiaoyuan makes an appearance. The chairman of Ke-hwan's company, the wife of the chairman, sees that. She realized that the only reason why Ke-hwan is the better man he is due to Gao Xiyuan, who makes him the better man. So she gives her the position of being executive assistant, which now she can keep an eye and controlling Ke-hwan and being at a higher position than he is. So she gets involved with him and his workplace and everything like that, you know. And so she starts to control him, push Joe away to the side, and take full charge of this collaboration project between these two company. And you know, things is so hard enough with you know, Gao Xingyun controlling everything, and just when you know you think things couldn't get any harder, Li Haoyin returns and he begs for Zhou Wei back, and he thinks that she wants a bigger house, wants a bigger diamond ring, and everything like that. And he's like sorry that he couldn't provide it for her anymore. Well, guess what? He's gonna propose with a huge diamond ring and all stuff like that. And he does all that for her, and she's just like fed up, and she just tells him straight off that I'm fed up with your plan, and you know, I can't stand it anymore. And this makes Li Haoyi thinks that like, is it because she got interest in Ke Huang? That's why she don't want to marry him anymore. She broke off the engagement. And it just like, you know, upset her so much because she's all like, oh my gosh, I've been so loyal to him and doing everything for him and going according to his plan and everything like that. She exploded and she's all like, yes, I've been having an affair with him for a long time. And you know, every time you were on business, I slept with him, and we did it in every corner of the house and all this stuff like that. And so like, you know, he was just like upset, and he was just like, oh my gosh, like, so it is true, you know. But like she was just like fed up with everything. She was just kind of like whatever, you know. She doesn't want to deal with any of them anymore, and she was just kind of like, can like you guys just leave me alone. And then, you know, with all those things happening, we get a little love relationship with Han Kefei, who finally finds love. She's always sleeping around with Lins, and then she finally fell in love with her co-worker, Lu Dawei, who is like, you know, this chairman's nephew, and they start to get into a relationship. She becomes more committed to him, and he tells her he plans to marry her and have a future with her, have a family and everything like that. So we start to see her settling in, and you know, Zhou Wei is happy for her. And you know, just when things are okay, you know, Li Haoyin, he's like, you know, he realized that like no matter what he does, he cannot become the better version of Ke Huang, and he can't win Zhou Wei back. And his bosses, she finally explains to him that she liked him and she wanted him to herself, but now she doesn't want him anymore because he keeps comparing himself to someone. Like, even though he had nothing compared to Ke Huang, he has nothing, their level is so far apart, he was a different and better person. But the moment he started to compare himself, he became stupid and invaluable to her. And so she's pretty much telling him that you need to stop comparing yourself to him and being so annoying. Even I wouldn't pick you. And it gets him to be like, oh, you know, maybe I should, you know, go tell Zhou Wei that, you know, I won't compare myself anymore, I'll just be myself again. But then, you know, as he kept going to beg for her back, she pretty much like threw it in his face that it doesn't matter, I can't find it in myself to love you anymore. And he realized that no matter what he does, the love she has for him is gone now, and it's never coming back. And then he finally lets her go, you know. Took him long enough or everything like that. And then on the other hand, like, you know, more stuff is going on between Gao Xiyun. She still won't let go. So Zhou Wei, she's just fed up with everything, and she quits her job and she decides to go seek for herself and find devoted time to herself and find who she is and everything like that. Enjoy time to herself. And she finally tells Ke Huang that she does like him, and he made her heart flutter and, you know, all this stuff like that. But she can't be with him because of all these it involves too many people and there's too much problems. And he understands as well, because he doesn't want to, you know, have those type of baggage with him and have her have those baggage and have the relationship be such a problem and, you know, complicated and stuff like that. So he's all like, you know, go ahead and go find yourself, you know, I'll wait for you and stuff like that. And like, you know, throughout this drama, they never have like anything together. So spoiler alert, finally they have something together. It's like in episode 13. Yeah, they have something good together. And then after that, she leaves. And then when she's gone, like, before she left, she made a deal with Gao Xiyun that, like, you know, I will leave as long as you don't control Ke Huang anymore, you know, because she's like, I know you control him and he hates that. So with her gone, Ke Huang also decides to go find himself and do things for himself. So he completely breaks it off so good this time with Gao Xiyun, and he turns in his resignation letter, and he never wants her again in his life, and he leaves her. he doesn't stop. He's just done with her, so he completely leaves, And I think it's about like a year later, the two of them, they meet again. Kehwan and Zhou Wei, they reunite at Han Cafe and Liu Danwei's wedding, and where they get back together, and Zhou Wei uses the phrase Kehwan stated in the beginning, may I buy you a coffee, meaning they're gonna start a relationship and finally start the relationship and settle down. So that is 13 episode of recap for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy that. There a lot of things within the drama that I didn't give out, so if you guys have not seen it, do check it out. I actually really like it. Honestly, I have not seen Jasper Liu act in a very long time. I remember the last drama I've seen him act was when I See You Again, and that was just so long ago, and like I haven't seen his acting since then, besides seeing him popped up on Return of Superman with Sanjay, like liking Sanjay, and so like that was like it, like I have not seen his acting and all this stuff like that in such a long time. And then this came up and I was kind of like wanting to watch it, but when it first came out it was only like 4 episodes, finding out that it only comes out once a week. I was just like, no, I'm gonna let it sit. So it's finally ended and I watched it, and to be very honest, like I understand, I mean, the whole idea of this, like, there's some point, sometime that you're kind of in the wrong relationship and your other half is out there, but, problems happen, and when you're in such a long relationship and you get out of it, it's really hard to recover and try to move on, stuff like that. So I understand all these, all these 4 characters, where they're coming from and everything like that. So it was actually really nice to see how they go through it, and how Zhu Wei, she's so committed to her relationship, and, no matter what, she wanted to make her man happy and all this stuff like that, and realizing that he doesn't even give a crap about her, and all he cared about his plan for his future, and pretty much she's just a stepping stone for him to get there, and it makes her realize that I'm better without you anyway. So it's like that, and so I actually really like it how like she finally realized that, and she was just like I'm done with you. So it was a good drama overall, and I really like it. So I don't want to blabber on for too long, but if you guys have not seen it, do check it out. I do really like it, and it's been a while since I watched a Taiwanese drama, so I picked this one up and finished it within like a day, literally. So I watched all 13 episodes in a day, so if you guys want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. And that is it for today, and I will see you guys in the next drama review.